All right, what is up, everybody? I want you. So
Dude,
sorry. Look at that. Look at that bum. He's watching the stream.
I'm watching the stream.
So yeah, this is a little bit of a different setup because we are currently in Columbus, Ohio, not New Jersey, because last seconds we drove to Origin. But on our way here, we got an email with some spoilers for you guys. So we wanted to do that ASAP. So we have like our camera set up, but we don't have like our normal mic. So I hope that's coming fine. But as you can tell, it's me and Brian here. But we do have Tommy and Scott phoning in from back home. How are you guys doing?
Am I allowed to fucking talk now?
Yes, you can talk now. You are
Nice.
unmuted.
You told me I couldn't talk. It was getting annoying.
Scott can't.
It's very difficult for Scott.
Yeah. But anyways, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We just wanted to announce that we do have spoilers for you guys, but those will.
We've got spoilers for you guys, but we're going to do it in 3 weeks.
We're going to post a deck list tonight for you guys of the cards, and let us know your feedback on those things.
We are the trolliest trolls.
All right, but yeah, let us know, guys, how the sound's coming through, and Scott and Tommy and all of it, and hopefully it doesn't sound awful because this is not our normal setup. But
you sound far away.
There's
like you're in Ohio. You sound as if you're in Ohio.
Yeah, that's fair.
How was the drive? How was West Virginia?
It was fine. We were in it for like 30 minutes, maybe.
Did you go to Cracker Barrel?
Terrifying.
Did not go to Cracker Barrel. No.
You should go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, Cracker Barrel's amazing.
Right.
Did you see Dan Raper RVs
before they start raging?
Yeah, he's dead.
They got rid of that. He's dead.
Good talk.
Yeah.
So first off, just want to thank everybody for supporting Golden Dice. We got Facebook. I'm gonna do this now because I'm sure once the images are done, you guys are gonna be out of here, and I don't blame you. But yeah, we're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Follow that. We're not doing a podcast this week, and we're not doing a live stream this week simply because I'm away, and that'll be back to normal schedule next week.
That's true.
But yeah, so you got this. I guess just thank everybody that started to support us on Patreon. We've got a few new since we started doing the live streaming and stuff, and that's a big thank you. And a big thank you to FFG because these spoilers are amazing. These are amazing art. Some of the best spoilers we ever got. It's hard to top the Imperial Troop Transport or whatever that was, but these are good.
I think you can speak more emphatically there. These are the best spoilers we've ever got.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to know what they are later.
Yeah. See you in 3 weeks.
Much later.
3 weeks from now.
Yeah. All right, we ready to hop into this first one?
Let's do it.
We're going to spoil just the first 6 letters and then one die side.
Oh, wait. Before we get into it, actually, so I wanted to do a little bit of a giveaway to try and make this a little spicy. So we are going to wait like another 30 seconds. But right now we have 3 cards for you guys. So if you type in what those 3 cards you think they are, if you get them all right, first person to do that, we'll be sending out a special Golden Dice little package for you. So first person, and this just goes. So if you keep guessing, I'll say when the first person gets all 3, even if it doesn't happen until the second image is spoiled or whatever it might be. We'll just go from there. So first person to guess all 3, I'll be watching the chat. Yeah. All right, let's dive into this and see what people are starting to get. All right. Our first spoiler is Han Solo, an old swindler. He's 9'12". He's a character, scoundrel, hero, yellow, legendary. He has 10 health. He's a 1 ranged, a 2 ranged, a 1 discard, a resource, and a blank. His power action says turn one of your scoundrel dice showing a resource to any side. If it is a Wookiee die, you may resolve it for free. Some things never change is his flavor text. All right, so what do you guys think of this?
Art.
Well, the first thing that doesn't change is Chewbacca's still not very good despite the second part of that flavor text.
What do you mean? Han Chewie's going to be meta now.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Make it happen.
I mean, I like you said, the power action's kind of irrelevant, but for a 12 with a resource, and a 2 damage sides, I mean, our last yellow hero spoiler was Ezra. As everybody knows, he didn't pan out, and this is the same cost with what, 3 more health, do we say? 2 more health?
Two more health.
And
a better die.
Yeah, better die.
And frankly, a better text, because Ezra's text is
more relevant, at
completely
least.
irrelevant. At least this is somewhat relevant.
And currently better subtyping in Scoundrel.
Yeah. Other than Scavenger, we know Scavengers. We know it's coming down the pipeline. They're going to reduce at least like a Jawa crawler, and it's going to be like Scavenger heavy.
All right, but the art on this is much worse, right? We all can agree with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean, this looks nothing. This looks nothing like Harrison Ford.
No, not at all. Ezra all the way. But yeah, so pretty much everything about this card. I mean, like you guys said, the text is whatever, power actions whatever. I mean, even just turning it is probably okay. Turning a Scoundrel die to a resource to any side, like doing that with the 2 resource on Entourage to the special late game could be relevant, things like that. But the Wookiee part is pretty much irrelevant as it stands, unless something else comes out with a Wookiee that's a Scoundrel that's relevant. But as of right now, yeah, that's kind of not super great. But just 9/12 again, 2 resource sides, 1 range, 2 range. I mean, he can just go into. I mean, we talked about Ayla coming back to 12 points, right? Her being relevant for that in like a vehicle deck, and him just having 2 resource sides and damage sides. I think he could just go right into a 3-wide, whatever that might be, and he'll be good. He'll be around.
Absolutely.
Yeah, people have been talking about how Ezra's not terrible because his die has like good damage side and is like fairly decent. This die is just better, and he's got more health.
Yep. Any other thoughts on Han Solo? I'm sure we got people itching to get to the next card already.
Love him.
Hey, Brian, what do you think?
Well,
You're wrong.
Wrong!
Savage Asajj, that's all he cares about.
Is anyone else surprised that this is a legendary?
It
Not
doesn't
so much
feel. It doesn't feel like the legendaries of old. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
This feels like the rare character that's like an overachiever, like an Ayla.
Yeah.
It feels exactly like that. Nothing about this to me feels legendary, but except for the fact of how good it actually is.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic card. I think it's going to see play. I think he's a toolbox type character, but he's just.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
He's
It's
very
not. It's
straightforward.
breaking the chain. Yeah, it's breaking the chain of what they've done with legendaries in the past.
The legendaries seem to always be maybe not always power cards in a sense, but like if you think of the Talisman of Resurrection or whatever it's called that was spoiled earlier today, like they've got like 9 wonky abilities and weird sides, and this guy is just straightforward, black sides, good sides, middling power action, but just numbers, just the stats that you want to see.
Yeah.
Which is going to make him more expensive than he.
It is. He's gonna be an expensive rare. Hopefully, they get some good removal.
Yep. All right, we'll move on to this next one. Brian, do you want to read it?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do the spoiler number 2.
All right, so we got Han Solo's Blaster. It's a 3-cost yellow hero legendary upgrade weapon. Sides read 1 range, 2 ranged, 3 range for 1, plus 3 range, 1 resource, and a blank. The text reads Ambush. After you play this upgrade, you may force an opponent to remove one of their dice showing damage. Then, if this upgrade is on Han Solo, you may activate him. That's
DL44, but unique, baby.
Spicy.
And a little bit better because they can't just remove a blank type thing.
Yeah.
Did DL44 have a resource side?
I don't think it did. So it is, I think it's. I mean, it's better.
It's straight better.
Yeah. I mean, that was what, a 3.
Yeah.
And then a paid 3 and a +2 disrupt blank or something like that. So I mean, this is better, but also just like the removal is actually a little bit more targeted, a little bit more relevant.
Yeah, even though it seems more narrow, it actually, because it's forcing both of them forced your opponent to do something, so your opponent got to pick which die. With this one, they have to remove a die showing damage. So if they only have like a valuable dice showing damage and nothing else showing damage, they can't pick something else.
Yep.
This is awesome.
And the free action sheet on Han's great. I mean, you put it on the little baby Han that we just previewed, or you put it on the solo movie Han that we already have. That's legal. That's just awesome. And if you're playing Infinite and you want to use the now, what is he, 16-point Han?
Whoa. You're missing the starter Han. Are you kidding me? You get a reroll with him.
Yeah, I'm missing the starter Han. Yep. But yeah, if you want to play Awakenings Han, this works perfect for him. It's giving you an action cheating activation.
Yep.
It's got ambush, so he's going to get a shield. Like, this is just great.
Yep. Tommy, how do you like it?
I love it. I think it's amazing. I just hate 3-cost upgrades without redeploy, but it's hard to complain when a card it's this good. This card's amazing. This card's going to see play. It's really, really good, and I can't complain about not having redeploy really because it brings so much to the table.
Maybe all weapons should just have redeploy.
It's hard to play a game when supports are so good and just stay on the table unless your opponent goes out of their way to interact with them. I mean, your opponent is going to try to kill your characters. You put cards on your characters that have dice to them. Your opponent's going to kill them unless they're playing mill anyway. So it's a riskier proposition. I know that you get to saturate the pool with dice, but it's still a riskier proposition. I'm not sure if at this point in time the upside outweighs the downside, but this is a step in the right direction for upgrades for sure. It's definitely a powerful upgrade.
At least this plays into the strength of upgrades with the playing it on Han and activating him. So like the speed that upgrades can offer and maybe like the action cheating side. You could go even absurd with this and be like, I'm going to play it on Han after using something that's going like using something that's going to allow you to like action cheat otherwise and get 2 characters activated at the same time with an ambush afterwards.
Like Instigate?
Like an Instigate or
Quick Draw?
There you go. Whatever
Rex
things we used to
Blaster,
combo with
maybe.
ambush weapons that we forgot about because there's no more ambush weapons.
Yeah. Now, I think this is important too before we move on to the last thing. What kind of hand lotion do you think Han uses? Those are like baby hands right
Buttery
there.
smooth, baby.
Nice
Well,
and smooth.
It was he borrowed Lando's hand lotion because clearly that is from Cloud City when he draws down on Vader.
Fair. Oh, yeah.
Which
I know Vader was just
which
trying
is
to have
always-
dinner, man. Han just shoots it up.
Which is always funny, where it's like, oh, Han's gun removes dice dealing damage. In that situation, to be fair, Han didn't do shit.
That's what you
He
think.
tried.
I mean, he shot his
That's what
hand.
you think. Last thing before we move on, I do think it's interesting though. On stream the other day from FFG, they talked about the different perspective of legendaries and how they're trying to separate characters and their upgrades and not have them the same legendary to make it cheaper to build that deck. But this is the case. Qui-Gon is the case. Palp was the case. I'm just like, I don't know if that's actually true or whether or not Jeremy's actually like trying to do that or maybe he's hoping to do that and it hasn't gotten implemented yet. But I don't know. They said that on stream the other day and I'm just like looking back and the Vader was that way. I'm like, this doesn't even seem true.
It seems like the exact opposite.
Yeah, really. I mean, the only one
Like-
that didn't was like Obi and his saber, really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But
And then like Dengar, but none of them are rare. But yeah, it
Well,
seems
the Yoda that they did in that stream was separate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
was
mean, he
rare.
was
All right.
separate, but for them to say this is like what we're doing now, it just doesn't seem like the case. But all right,
Yeah, we'll see if we get like because we had the rest of IG88 preview today. We'll see if like any of his weapons
Yeah.
or his IG2000 if that's also legendary.
IG88 looks good.
yeah,
IG88 does look good, and
He's a rare, too.
IG88 only looks good
Very good.
because Dead or Alive.
yeah, Dead or
Because
Alive.
they gave us a bounty that's worth playing in and of itself, let alone with something that actually cares about bounties.
Yeah. All right, we ready for this third card, boys?
Absolutely.
Has anyone won the sweepstakes?
Yes, P. Suddy won very, very early on.
Really?
Really?
He got it like? Did he get it
Way
pre-second card?
He got it first card. Well, I guess Han was up. Maybe.
Nice.
Yeah. He did say DL44, but I'll give it to him. That's close enough.
That's yeah.
It's close enough. So P. Suddy did one. But yeah, so and thank you, Jank it off Fuzzball. He says, stay on brand, do our own spoilers, Scott. Stop promoting other people.
That's fair. That's fair.
Gosh.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move on to this last
Where
one.
spoilers came from.
This is super exciting for us. It was on a poster a while ago at Celebration, maybe. And so I was hoping right away. I was ready for this spoiler to go to Mr. Chip and I know that he would then like hold it over our head or something. But here we are.
I was more ready for this to be like the not spoiled card of the set. Just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we forgot to spoil this one. Eh.
Rip. Anyways, we got it. We got Han Solo's dice. It is a hero yellow upgrade equipment. It costs 1. It's got a resource, a 2-for-1, a +1 resource, and a +2 resource for a resource, a blank. It's rare, and it says after one of attached character dice rolls a blank, you may exhaust this upgrade to re-roll it. Then if this upgrade is on Han Solo, you may ready this upgrade. I like it. It seems like a almost type of chance cube a little bit with more pay sides on it, but still a lot more actual resource sides. I don't know. I think this will be pretty good in helping heroes kind of ramp up like villains had been doing.
Yeah, I saw Jack squeal like a schoolgirl when they opened the email, and just there they were. So it's exciting.
So does this mean that we can't play villain anymore, like as a team?
Well, we always in every deck we have to play Han
Yeah, I
Solo's
just
dice.
have to have the dice.
I
You
just
run
because
Marauders a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm gonna say throw
Yeah.
Marauder in there. We have
Yeah,
to
right.
have
A lot
those.
of Marauders. I mean, I think it's good. I think every one of these cards is good. I think FFG did a super solid here. I'm actually blown away with how much they gave. Like, I mean, the quality of these 3 cards, the thematic, nature of these 3 cards for the name of our podcast. I'm blown away that they would even give it that much thought. I think we've undersold them in some areas for how much thought they put into this, because this made my day. I can't imagine what it did for you, Jack.
It probably helped that I kept emailing the guy. I was like, "Hey,
sure.
I saw those spoilers. What are you doing with them?
Hey,
Do you think we
that's
can
what-
get them? I don't know."
That's called cultivating a relationship, Jack.
Yeah, Derek's a great guy. He's the guy that we work with and stuff. And I was getting a little worried that no other content creators were even going to get spoilers, so I'm hoping that we're not the only ones too, aside from Team Covenant. So hopefully,
Nah, fuck everybody
And
else.
they-
We got golden dice.
in the next few days, hopefully more spoilers start rolling out for that. As a lot
You don't
of
know
other
what Jack
content.
had to do to get these.
You don't
You
even
don't
know.
wanna
I don't
know
want to tell
Jack
you
had
guys. But anyways, yeah. So just general thoughts on Han's dice is I think they're
Hot
good.
stuff.
They pay for themselves turn 1. It's good in stuff. If you can fit red into a deck and do logistics and things like that to get extra money off of this. The rerolls are nice, but it is going to take till round 2 or second round of playing this to actually make the money on it. But I still think it's good because you can link up modifiers and stuff like that and just have a good time.
Man, I mean, just even having this on Han and then playing the blaster after that, you get the rollout of Han and the blaster, and then you hit a blank and you get to re-roll it immediately before the resolute. Like before that ambush action. I mean, there's a lot of like nice synergy there too. I mean, that's like some dream scenario stuff, but it's all just, you're going to play these cards anyway if they're in your deck. It's going to help you pay for the blaster. I mean, this is beautiful.
Are you ready for the infinite loop of Han Solo rolling blanks into readying this into rolling blanks?
Well, I mean,
Does that get you anywhere?
that
No.
doesn't work.
I'll
that
time
way.
you out. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And you can't, because it's after.
Because it's
a
after
then.
one of the attached characters. Yeah, so it's even if you roll 2 blanks, you're gonna get.
Yeah, it's off of the re-rolls that you'd have to like roll out, roll a blank, exhaust this. You re-roll that blank. After you've re-rolled it, you ready it. If it lands on blank again on another re-roll, then you could exhaust it to re-roll it again.
But wouldn't it still go though? Because it doesn't say after if this upgrades on Han Solo you may ready it. It just says then, or just the queen.
It says that. It says then, so you'd have to re-roll the dice first,
Gotcha. All
and
right.
then this upgrade would be exhaust. I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
No, the second part is contingent on the first part taking place in its entirety.
There's pizza over there.
Dude, Brian's a hungry boy.
I want to eat the pizza.
Brian's wrong.
Brian is always
Brian
wrong. But
is.
anyways, these
wrong
are.
about this. If I'm wrong about this, I don't want to be right.
So yeah, these are the best spoilers we've gotten. These are awesome. The art again is fantastic. So we got the golden
the
dice.
art on all these is
The blaster.
ridiculous.
Beautiful.
And Han Solo himself.
Yeah.
Again, us getting these spoilers is a big thank you to our fans and watchers out there. You guys supporting us is letting us be relevant in FFG's eyes, I guess. But so anybody that's here, and if you haven't already, subscribe to us on Twitch. We have that and are able to do that. We're affiliate now status. Go like us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and all the things. And again, we stream on a weekly basis. We do a podcast on a weekly basis, so you can subscribe to us on Apple iTunes. We're on Spotify as well, and things like that. So we're pretty much anywhere. And yeah, any parting thoughts, guys?
kind of wish the dice were scoundrel. just because it would, work with Han a little bit, I guess, because you could change it from a modified to another thing. But that's just getting greedy.
Yeah, I don't think inanimate objects are going to get the same subtypes.
Those are some scoundrelly dice.
Like people.
Let your dreams become memes. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you guys next week when we're back to our regularly scheduled content. And wish us luck at Origins, and hopefully we can score a world seat and see you guys.
You need a whopping 4 wins if they don't get any more.
Scott, have you done it? Have you done it, Scott? Yeah.
4 wins, yes.
Why don't you make a top cut?